REED-BBS, BBS, Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Televisión, Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. Showtime, Shawn Porter. Inside PBC boxing host, former two-time welterweight champion of the world. He's also a part-time pimp / leprechaun based on how he dresses sometimes. Anyways, he gave his assessment of an Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight. And I quote, "Crawford's a more intelligent fighter than Spence. More dimensions to his game. That's a fight I think Terence Crawford could win and will win." Now, granted, Porter just lost a close fight of the year to Errol Spence. And him and Crawford are boys, like they're legit homeboys. They're very close friends. But with that said, I feel Porter is giving his honest opinion here. No bias. And I don't disagree necessarily with what he said. Crawford's ring IQ jumps out at you, whereas Spence's is more subtle, being that he's a pressure fighter. Now, it doesn't mean Spence lacks ring intellect or versatility. He just hasn't shown it as much in his actual fights. Fortunately, I've been privileged to watch Spence spar countless rounds, and he's actually better fighting off of his back foot than he gets credit for. He really is. Porter went on to say, "I think Crawford has more experience than Spence. Been in a championship arena longer than Spence." Okay, again, there's some truth to this. After all, Bud is older, fought more weight classes, was undisputed in one of those weight classes. But like Crawford, Spence also won his first world title in the UK, enemy territory, so to speak. And Spence's fights with Mikey Garcia and Shawn Porter were bigger and did better numbers than any of Terence Crawford's fights. That has to account for something. Spence is also the naturally bigger man, which to me negates any major edge and experience just that much more. Porter, he finished his statements by saying Crawford is the faster and better boxer from the outside. If Errol Spence were to win that fight, he would have to win that fight on the inside. Now, this I wholeheartedly agree with, and I echo that sentiment. Spence will need to impose himself on Crawford for the most part. You got the size and strength advantage, utilize it. Skillfully, of course. Skillfully, not recklessly, skillfully. Crawford, he's got more tools in the toolbox, more of a demonstrated ring IQ. He switches stances seamlessly and as effectively as any fighter I've seen since Marvelous Marvin Hagler. But low-key, just between us, I've also seen Errol Spence hitting mitts from the orthodox stance also. And that might be a wrinkle he's saving for Crawford. Who knows? Until Spence is back in the ring, Terence Crawford's the safe pick. We just don't know what Spence has left, man, post-accident. And Crawford was ranked higher pound for pound pre-accident anyways. I'll root for Spence regardless, because that's my dude, hometown dude. But Shawn Porter makes valid points to justify why he's leaning towards Crawford, undoubtedly. REED-BBS, BBS, Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Televisión, Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.